Welcome to Thoroughbred Racing action here at Gulfstream Park on this Saturday afternoon. We've got 11 races on the card. Pete Aiello upstairs with the scratches and the changes.
The weather is beautiful, partly cloudy skies, temperatures in the upper 80s. The main track fast, the Tapeta track fast, the turf course firm. In race 1, it's a field of 8. There are no changes. Racing at Gulfstream. Good start for Princess Honor at the inside. Boombox Betty's not far away. Princess Honor, Boombox Betty, they're 1-2. Invidia comes away in third and tries to settle in that spot. At the rail, Honey's Creed is now fourth. Up to the outside, Rose Dancer is fifth with first-timer Victoria Jag. Joyful Eliza's way out in the center. No speed at all from Good Magic Woman in the run to the half-mile point. With the advantage, Princess Honor through a 22-3 opening quarter leads Boombox Betty just narrowly. 3 wide Invidia, back to fourth Honey's Creed. Then to the outside it's Rose Dancer, a length and a half clear of Victoria Jag with Joyful Eliza, and still well back to Good Magic Woman. They speed around the far turn 3/8 of a mile away, and now it's Ocasio on the accelerator with Boombox Betty, who strides forward to take a clear lead. Invidia's made it into second, but she's still battling with Princess Honor. Princess Honor fights back toward the rail. 5 lengths back to Rose Dancer, then Victoria Jag. They're on their way home. They went 46 seconds flat for the opening half mile. This one appears in the books as it's Boombox Betty in front by an area code. From second, it's Princess Honor who battles Invidia. Down at the inside, it's Victoria Jag with late interest, but Boombox Betty is the easiest kind of winner at 8-5. Boombox Betty by as much as she wants. At the rail, Victoria Jag is up for second from Princess Honor third. Invidia flattened out fourth, won at 17-3. They're off. Lady Rockula flew out of the gate. Ivy, My Love, did not. At the rail, Zoline is up to challenge for control with Frosty Bell between horses, and on the far outside, Baronia. These 4 line up for the early lead from Bella Jack, who's in the orange colors behind the speed. Moving up toward the inside and improving her spot is Mucho Macho Lady. Out in the middle is Little Gussie. Then it's a gap of 3 more to Ivy, My Love, and Copper Creole lingers at the back of the field with Rip and Beth and Grenache as they round the far turn. Zoline clears. Zoline by 2.5. Baronia is now racing from second. At the rail, Frosty Bell is third. Bella Jack between horses. Mucho Macho Lady is toward the rail. They make their way to the final quarter of a mile, and Zoline, fleet of foot under Yober Torres, drilled the quarter in 21 flat and is still rolling. At the rail, it's Copper Creole starting to close ground inside of Frosty Bell. Late run down the center from Little Gussie. Zoline's not home yet. They're closing ground. Little Gussie's rolling. Copper Creole's rolling. Zoline needs the wire. She finds it. Zoline a half a length in the end from Little Gussie second, Copper Creole third. Then it was Frosty Bell, 56-1.
Jackie's Warrior quickly in front here by 2 lengths. Here comes Jackie's Warrior up the inside to take over the lead from Life is Good. And Jackie's Warrior remains undefeated here at Saratoga, and he wins an unprecedented Grade 1 stakes at the Spa for the 3rd straight season.
Any success that we've enjoyed is directly attributable to the men and women who first bring horses to us to sell. You got to have good product. If we're able to attract quality horses to our sale with quality men and women selling them, we're going to have good sales. Everything that we do is going to be to achieve success tomorrow by doing things right today. It's a commitment to get up and do the right thing every day in a consistent and a professional fashion, and that's a great recipe for success long term.
And they're off. Good start at the inside for Smokin' Jack Flash. In the middle, here's Gallant Knight. And Gallant Knight, quick off the blocks to clear the traffic inside of him and lead by a length and a half. Out in the middle is Rusty Pistol, and on the far outside, What's the Matter for You? Smokin' Jack Flash is toward the inside. Behind the speed is Coercive. Then it's back to Hot Take Jake, and Grand Joker's at the back. Gallant Knight is up front. Around the far turn, Gallant Knight leads Rusty Pistol 3/4 of a length. Smokin' Jack Flash gets the shuffle. Coercive is held up in traffic. Vasquez trying to feed him some racetrack, but no place to do it. Hot Take Jake has a clear racetrack ahead of him. He's now racing into third. From the outside, that's What's the Matter for You, who drops back, and Grand Joker is last. They reach the top of the stretch. Gallant Knight off the turn on top by 2. Off the inside, Smokin' Jack Flash. From the far outside, it's Rusty Pistol, Hot Take Jake, and Coercive are next. 1/8 of a mile to go. Gallant Knight roused on the top end by Reyes, still finding the battles for second between Rusty Pistol and Smokin' Jack Flash, but at 9-2, Gallant Knight is in front. He went all the way. Second was Smokin' Jack Flash. Third was Rusty Pistol. Fourth was Hot Take Jake. 57-2 for the 5 furlong. And they're off. From the middle, Alanis gets the first call and looks out for the early lead with Rogers Park on the far outside. Rogers Park is going to try to cross over with Dixie Escape moving throughout the rail. Bon Mati gets away racing in 4th with St. Chapelle on the outside 5th. Timbers in the yellow. She's away 6th. Up on the outside, Lady O'Brien. The 2 at the back, Grand Sticker, and 3 dots and a dash. Around the first turn they go. Rogers Park from the outside gate to the rail, and on top 2.5 for Eliza Greenidge with 6 furlongs remaining. Alanis is now second. Bon Mati's on the outside third from Dixie Escape, 4th at the rail. 2 back to St. Chapelle, then Timber. On hold behind them is Lady O'Brien. White blinkers at the rail, Grand Sticker second last, and trying to improve her spot, 3 dots and a dash. Down the backstretch they go. The opening quarter was just 25 seconds flat. Rogers Park the leader. Alanis is second. Her hand is forced by Bon Mati, who moves up on the outside, so Alanis has to move or she'll lose her spot. St. Chapelle's 4 wide. Lady O'Brien slides through into a pocket toward the rail. Then in between horses, Dixie Escape back to the outside. Grand Sticker passes Timber, who's hard at work. Still at the back, 3 dots and a dash. They stack, they pack, and they round the far turn. 3 wide, Bon Mati, 2 path, Alanis, Rogers Park working overtime. St. Chapelle 4 wide, then Lady O'Brien and Grand Sticker. Timbers at the rail, 3 dots and a dash, tries to go widest of all. 3/4, 1:14-1, they're on their way home. Bon Mati on the outside, Alanis cuts the corner and fights right back. Alanis has retaken the lead, Bon Mati is alongside second. Lady O'Brien is next, down the center, St. Chapelle, Grand Sticker, charging hard now down the center for Reyes. Here comes Grand Sticker in the concluding stages. Grand Sticker surging forward, Grand Sticker getting up, Grand Sticker wins. Alanis was second, very close for third, either Lady O'Brien or Bon Mati, 143-3. They're off. Slow break, Coach Kane. He was a step slow to get moving. Kozolite away quickly. Cajolo is down at the inside, and he's on to take over the lead. Supreme Honor comes away in the top flight and at the rail, sir. Cross traffic. Rasil's out in between horses, and Coach Kane floats a bit wide at the first turn run. Cajolo is on top by 3. Cajolo leads by 3.5 now from Kozolite in second, and at the rail, Supreme Honor is third. Coach Kane is racing on the outside of Sir Cross Traffic, who's covered up and headstrong and a bit tight. Second last is he, and the trailer is Rasil. 23-2 for a pumped-up opening quarter speed, less than 6 furlongs to go. Cajolo on top for Mirage, a length and a half. Kozolite is there second. Outside, Coach Kane is third. From the rails, Supreme Honor is there fourth. Working between horses is Sir Cross Traffic, and 3 to the trailer, Rasil. They raced their way to the half-mile grounds, and the opening half-mile complete in 47 seconds flat. Kaholo on top by 2. Kozolite is second. Coach Kane is asked to quicken together with Supreme Honor, Sir Cross Traffic. He's guided to the outside for a clear shot. The trailer is Rasil. They stack, they pack, and they round the far turn. With now a new leader, Kozolite shoves the neck in front. Kaholo is second. Third, Coach Kane. Fourth at the rail, that's Supreme Honor. Trying to run on from the back, Sir Cross Traffic. The trailer is Rasil. The leader is Kozolite. Kozolite wheels for home on top, a widening 3-length lead now. Sir Cross Traffic down the center of the racetrack trying to get into second. Then Coach Kane, who's in very tight. They come past the 16th pole. It's Kozolite by 3. Sir Cross Traffic running home a ton, but he's out of time. It's Kozolite in front. He wins by 2 over Sir Cross Traffic second. Rasil third. Coach Kane disappoints to be fourth in 134-4. They're off. At the rail, Diamonds for Lily gets the first call. Here's the favorite, Bet Stormy, in the middle, looking for some forward position. Musical Journey gets started on the outside. These 3 almost in line. Strand of Gold's backing off into a 4th spot now, ahead of Sal's Dream Girl. On their outside, Mia Mori drops over from the high draw to land only 2.5 lengths off the speed. She's in front of Compass Rises, who's 3 deep. Trendy is second last, and the trailer is the Sunroof, and the leader is now Bet Stormy. Bet Stormy with a very reasonable pace being set in front by a half a length, 25-2 for the quarter speed. At the inside, Diamonds for Lily is now second. Strand of Gold is between horses. Outside, Musical Journey. Held up between horses is Mia Mori, bracketed in now by Compass Rises, who's a bit deep on the course. Yellow Blinkers of Sal's Dream Girl travels about 4 lengths off the lead. 3 clear of Trendy, and Sunroof is last. They're fanned across the course here. One of the reasons for that is they're not going much on the pace side of things. The leader is Bet Stormy, but only narrowly the half. 50-2 at the rail. Diamonds for Lily second. 3 wide, Musical Journey third. Mia Mori sequestered in traffic toward the rail. That's Strand of Gold. Way out wide is Sal's Dream Girl. Just as wide as her is Compass Rises. Still at the back, Trendy and Sunroof. They round the far turn and the pace picks up. Figueroa looks in the rearview mirror, sees Bet Stormy's only a half length in front. This long shot, Diamonds for Lily, is fighting back. Trying to cover them is Strand of Gold 3 wide. Mia Mori is next, and they're on their way home. Bet Stormy rouse forward to try to kick on. From the inside, Diamonds for Lily. Mia Mori getting through now. Outside, Strand of Gold. They're 1/8 of a mile from home. Diamonds for Lily fights hard toward the rail. Down the center, Mia Mori. In the middle, it's Bet Stormy. 16th to go. Diamonds for Lily. Mia Mori. Diamonds for Lily digs. Mia Mori surges. That's the win picture. 10-1 in the win picture from Bet Stormy third. 143 flat.
At the Thoroughbred Aftercare Alliance, we believe in giving every thoroughbred a second chance.
And thanks to you, the owners, trainers, breeders, and every supporter, you've created a ripple effect of change that's helping these magnificent animals move on to new careers and safe, fulfilling lives after racing.
Every single donation, whether big or small, is contributing to a brighter future.
But this race is just beginning. Because of you, we have gained incredible momentum and we're ready for more.
They're out the post. They're off and running. From the middle, Persistent Danger gets the first call and looks for the early advantage. Up on the outside, Luna Sima charging to challenge, and at the rail, Adios Now. Second last, Uranium, Speed Controls at the back. Field separated by 3 lengths in the run to the opening quarter. Miguel Vasquez and Persistent Danger clear now by 1.25 lengths. Luna Sima is on the outside of the leader in second. Tucked in toward the rail is Adios Now. Out in the center, Uranium and Speed Control at the back. Still not much from first to last through an opening quarter in 22 and 3. They leave the backstretch and move on to the far turn. Persistent Danger by 0.5 length. Luna Sima goes on an attack from second at the rail. Adios Now. Odds On needs a little racing room. Outside it's Uranium, and from between, tapping on the brakes is Speed Control. Still all 5 in with a shot here. They're only separated by 3.5, and they reach the top of the stretch. Persistent Danger has been persistently hounded by Luna Sima. Meanwhile, Adios Now needs a way through. Uranium's not giving him any room yet. To the outside at Speed Control, they're on their way home. Luna Sima drifted wide, and that gave Adios Now a seam. It also gave Uranium a seam, and these two kick on for 1/8 of a mile more. Uranium has a narrow lead. Back to second is Adios Now. He's defeated. Uranium's a 9-2 winner. Uranium wins it by 0.5 length. Second was the favorite Adios Now. Third was Luna Sima in 1:16 and 2. And they're off. Awful start for Double Miles, slow to break, and then a check back move, also slow out of there, Micanopy. The favorite was away well, Wayne's Law, taken on for the advantage by Mischievous Milo, who's charging to challenge. Mischievous Milo to the top. Turbo Fire is now second from Wayne's Law, who's away in third. Techno Music is out of there fourth. Gray Beast is at the rail. 3 back to Micanopy, together with Escape from Home, and throwing it away at the start was Double Miles. 22 and 1. That's a pumped up opening quarter. They swing now to the far turn. Mischievous Milo has the lead. Used hard though as Turbo Fire tried to keep up second. Gap of 4. Wayne's Law begins to gather in the horses. He's now into third. He'll soon be into second. Gray Beast is at the rail. Techno Music is next. Trying to wind it up from the back is Micanopy as they reach the top of the stretch. Mischievous Milo has been awfully hard used. He has the lead to the outside. Wayne's Law is second. Trying to roll from the back is Micanopy. Off the turn and the stretch drive. Here's Wayne's Law taking on Mischievous Milo. These two heads apart for the lead, but now Wayne's Law is gaining the upper hand. From the far outside, Micanopy is finishing with good energy late, but they come past the 16th pole, and this one's over. It's Wayne's Law, the son of Florida Derby winner. 'Tis the Law, striding clear to a clear and convincing 5-length win. Micanopy's won for the list. He did a lot right late. He was second ahead of Mischievous Milo third in 1:17 and 4. And they're off. Zozan got away cleanly and quickly from an outside draw. Here's Cross Haste moving to take the lead, however. Cross Haste to the top. Zozan is away in the second flight of runners, moving out the rail. Ringside is not far away. Splitting horses Mayhem and the Palace. Golden Skull is toward the rail in front of Holy Stick, who races inside of Nerves of Steel. Back from there, it's Lunar Rocket. The two at the back are Lace Up and Bird Wildcat. And the run to the opening quarter. Off the inside, Ringside comes through to take the lead. Ringside challenging Cross Haste for the top. Out in the middle, it's Zozan. From between horses, Mayhem and the Palace. Moving out the rail, Golden Skull in front of Holy Stick and Nerves of Steel. 2 back to Lace Up, passing Lunar Rocket, and Bird Wildcat is last. They speed around the far turn at the 5/16. Cross Haste makes a bid to take the lead. Looking for an inside lane. Mayhem in the Palace tries to rally. On his outside, it's the favorite Zozan. Zozan is now on the move. 3 back to Holy Stick, who tries to get a rally together. At the rail, it's Golden Skull. They reach the top of the stretch. It's Cross Haste who has the lead. They went the half in 45-1. Cross Haste is in front. From the outside, Zozan. From the inside, it's Mayhem in the Palace. 1/8 of a mile to go. Mayhem in the Palace and Zozan charging at Cross Haste. Cross Haste trying to get home. Mayhem in the Palace trying to pick him up. Zozan has got too much to do. Final 16th to go. Cross Haste. Mayhem in the Palace at the rail. Cross Haste in front. Cross Haste beats Mayhem in the Palace with Zozan third, then Golden Skull. They're off. And they're off in the Black Diamond Cat Overnight Handicap. From the middle, Roar of the Beast was quick off the blocks and clears inside traffic to lead the field into the first turn. Moving up on the outside, Catalytic, he won't be far away. He's racing up to challenge for second now. Moving out the rail, Hades is in a bit tight. He actually got shuffled back a couple of spots. Up and by him went Five Eyes on Sky Stars, who situates himself in third down toward the rail. Then it's Las Olas, who's between horses, 3 wide Relampago Verde. Smart Striker is second last, and the late running Lightning Tones, last of the 8 behind an opening quarter in 23 flat. Roar of the Beast and Yober Torres make the fractions. They lead by half a length. Catalytic is in a great spot second. From the inside, Five Eyes on Sky Stars. He's a joint third. Las Olas is much closer than usual. Then Relampago Verde. He's going to have his hand forced as Ocasio has moved Smart Striker to the far outside. Hades is sequestered. He's in big-time traffic at this stage. He's following Catalytic, however, and the trailer is Lightning Tones. They went to half in 46-3, and they leave the backstretch and move on to the far turn. It's now Roar of the Beast, who has a challenge from Catalytic in second. Las Olas, he's a huge price. He's actually in striking distance. Threading through traffic is Hades. Up on the outside, Smart Striker. Five Eyes on Sky Stars is next. From the back, Lightning Tones under a full head of steam. He was sixth. He's now fifth, now fourth, now third, and charging to challenge Lightning Tones on a roll. They move to the top of the stretch and enter the short stretch of the 1 mile and a 16th run. Lightning Tones under a full head of steam. He's gone from last to first, and he's powered up to take over. Catalytic is back to second. Roar of the Beast and Hades are next, but at 5-1, it's Lightning Tones and Miguel Vasquez to win it by a length and a half. Catalytic was second, 5 ahead of Roar of the Beast third, then Hades fourth in 142-2. And runners away. Good start for Shea Sloan. 6:45 has speed. Big Bob is fleet of foot at the rail. Excuses is out in the middle with 1 lap to run. It will be 6:45 and Rajiv Mirage to make the fractions from the gray Seattle Roar, who moves up outside of Excuses to take second. Excuses just clipped heels briefly there. From the outside, Shea Sloan is now a joint fourth with Big Bob toward the rail. Then Flag Officer, who's 2 in front of the Great Oscar. He lingers third last in what is a strung-out group. 4 Beach Friends is second last, and the trailer is Starship Magellan. Around the first turn they go. They went 23-3 for the opening quarter, and they have 6:45 as the target. Settles into the backstretch on top by 2. Seattle Roar second, Excuses is third. Big Bob fourth at the rail, followed fifth by Shea Sloan, then Flag Officer. Moving up on the outside, the Great Oscar. He's the one in the yellow. He's moving in a backstretch blitz here out in the center of the racetrack. The trailers are 4 Beach Friends and Starship Magellan. They make their way by a half in 46-4, and they leave the backstretch and move on to the far turn. 6:45, tries to find another gear. Excuses is second from Shea Sloan, who makes a bold bid 3 wide into third, still under a Morelos grip. On his outside, the Great Oscar's made steady progress from the back. Flag Officers needs to do a lot better. Big Bob hunts racing room. Plenty of hopes here as they reach the top of the stretch. 3 quarters, 1:10-2, 6:45. Mirage tries to find more. He still has the lead. Shea Sloan, Big Bob ducks between horses. Excuses is still right there. The Great Oscar on the outside. Final 16th of a mile. 6:45 driven for all he's worth. On the outside, the Great Oscar's lifting at him. 6:45, the Great Oscar. The Great Oscar got up and nailed 6:45 with Big Bob third. 141 flat.
That wraps up Saturday racing here at Gulfstream Park. We're back with you tomorrow with a 10-race card to end the weekend and end the Royal Palm meet here at Gulfstream Park. Good luck.